All right, what's happening? Today we're going to do a little information video on how to adjust pushbacks, transmission limiters, engine limiters, whatever you want to call them. There's multiple different names. On our cars, there's a rod end in front and then back. One's left hand, one's right hand. There's two, one on both sides of the back of the transmission that bolt directly to the chassis. So when we put these in, we adjust them so that the bolt just slides through. And after you get both bolts in, you drop them in. You put a quarter turn, two flats, longer on both sides. And what that does is it holds pressure up against the mid plate. So when the car leaves, the mid plate's not bouncing around back and forth. It keeps the bolts tight so there's not slapping the bolts to where they're in there banging around on each other. Example is, so this is your quarter-inch mid plate. And if you see, it's going in and out like this, so pretty soon it starts to fatigue where the mounts are, because it can move just a little, slightest little bit's going to cause it to crack right around where the motor's bolted to the chassis or to the chassis, the mid plate's bolted to the chassis. So it's very important when you're doing that, two flats longer on both of them, just to hold pressure on it so that it doesn't move. So this one, the right hand is in front, so you loosen it normal. The one in the rear is left hand. So you loosen it the same way as you do the front one. And if you want to know which way the front and back goes, on your right hand one, to make it longer, you're going to push it away. So you're going to turn it this way to make it longer. And that's about two flats to snug it up. And what that does is it takes all the slop out of the bolts, the front and the back, and it holds pressure on the mid plate. And then you just tighten these two nuts back up, front and back. Ours usually have some kind of engraving in them, or a small thing turned down to tell you the left. Then all you want to do is go back in, snug the right one up a little bit, snug the left one up a little bit, and give them a pretty good tight. These are also something you should probably check. Probably not every race, but every few races. It doesn't hurt to look at them. It'll let you know if you got a problem happening with it moving back and forth.